Hello everybody. Welcome to your weekly messages. It has been way too long. I've missed a few weeks. I just had to put all my whole setup away and I haven't been able to get it back out until this week. So I am back into the swing of filming. If you haven't already, go ahead, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and you will get more lovely, amazing, wonderful readings from me. And I have a lot of exciting stuff happening in February, so make sure you sign up for my newsletter or go to onyxhealing.com for all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna pull some oracle cards, see what's going on, what we need to know about this week. Body. Okay, so a couple things with this. One, your body will likely have the answers if you're looking for, should I do this or that? What direction should I go? What's the next step? Your body is going to have the answers that you're looking for. The second thing is make sure you're taking good care of your body over this next week. I mean, that's true all of the time, but particularly this week, there's something about needing to take really good care of yourself. And I also just see this as being more conscious of what you're feeling, right? Because the body has a lot of information, so don't ignore it. Use it as a way to gauge what's going on for you. And then what else do we have? Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. Okay, so this is specifically talking about manifestation. And appreciation, similar to gratitude, it carries the energy of having already experienced it or already having that thing that you desire. And so appreciation is kind of what prevents you from feeling separate to the very thing that you want, and instead it dissolves all of the boundaries so you can manifest what you want now. So working with present time is really important. And then Sovereign Oracle, let's see what this has to say. Generative, create an environment conducive to productivity. Keep going even if you are feeling bored with your creation. Like all masters, you will evolve yourself through the work. Okay, so it's kind of like a sign to keep going, keep moving. And there's, of course, going to be either self-doubt or uncertainty that creeps in from time to time because we are human after all. And this is just reminding you to keep working through it and know that evolution is inevitable, but just because you're still evolving doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing the work or starting the creative project or pursuing that job that might be a little bit outside of your qualifications. It's like you're going to learn and evolve as you do it. What does this week have in store for us? We have the King of Swords. Okay, so this is coming up as a person. Is it someone with some prominent air placements? Maybe. Or it's just someone who is really in their mental and intellectual body. And so it seems like that person is coming through or showing up in some capacity, making an appearance. So keep your eyes peeled. This looks like a friend to me in terms of like what's the energy of their intent. It's friendly. It's not something that you need to like be wary of. I think this is like a supporter, a helper, someone who is benefiting your space, not taking away from it. Then we have the Six of Cups. Okay. So I should point out, like, of course, this can be a romantic involvement, but I can't say that for everybody because not all of you are manifesting partners. So that's why it's like use your own discretion as you apply this to your own life. And the Six of Cups is nostalgia, healing, all of the inner child stuff. Of course, I feel like that work is never truly done or fully fulfilled, but in the process of evolving and healing, this is a good soulmate card. This is a good healing card. It's just all of the things that you need. It's like being really receptive to the support, the healing, the information that you need right now. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. This looks like a pursuit on your end. I'm seeing this more as the energy that you are embodying right now. It seems like you are the Knight of Pentacles in this reading, which is focused on a goal, focused on a pursuit, focused on something like professional, career related, or like a project that you have going. So it's like, keep your eye on the prize. Make sure you are feeling into alignment with the thing that you want. And then what else is going on this week? We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is where I would say be careful if you're working on something. You need to give it a chance to grow. Don't just jump ship because you have another idea, okay? That's the main thing that the Ace of Swords, this is coming up as temptation to me. Maybe I could do that, and you're not just finishing the very thing that you started. You need to complete something first before you bite off the next thing. That is the biggest recommendation now that I'm seeing this. Because it's like, sure, you could have a whole bunch of ideas, but I would recommend that you write them down and save them for when you actually have the space to do them, or when you're ready to make the space, but you need to finish something first. And then we have the Fool. See, this is also coming up as like the temptation of, oh, look at this new thing that I could start, or this other project that I could bury myself in. And risk is not bad by any means. Some of you might need to jump at this time, even though we have Mercury retrograde, you know, coming up here soon, and we're in the shadow. You know, don't let any of that prevent you from taking action that feels really aligned, you know? So just keep that in mind as you go through this week. And then we also have the Lovers. Okay, so in one sense, this is decision making. For some of you, this might be a little bit more explicit in the way that it's directly related to your love life, evolving through your love life. You know, maybe it's sticking to a relationship, or obviously that doesn't include abuse. Use your common sense. But this is referring to like, continue to show up, continue to give the relationship. This can be with yourself, with another person, with an endeavor. It's like, give it energy. Don't stop giving it energy, and it will grow. I think that's what this is really about. It's like, don't lose focus. Don't just jump unnecessarily. If you've been taking time to really get into the groove, get into the energy of something, then stick to it. Like, commit to completing or finishing that thing, and it's really going to help you. So don't get distracted by other ideas, or just jumping for the sake of jumping. And then we have the Four of Swords. So I think the retrograde energy is kind of making you feel a bit slower, or like we might need to slow down in order to move forward. So there is a need to rest. There's a need to recoup. Don't underestimate that power. It's really important this week. So even if you feel like things are slowing down, it doesn't mean things are stopped completely. It's just like, dot your I's, cross your T's, wrap up final bits and pieces to whatever project or endeavor you have going on, and just keep moving. That's the main thing, is keep moving through whatever you're pursuing. I'm going to pull some additional cards. Knight of Cups. Okay, so sensitivities are definitely going to be on the table. This is looking like you and the people that you have around you. So I think it's going both ways. It's like you showing up with your emotions, other people showing up with their emotions. Vulnerability is a theme that we have on the table this week, because this is all ideas pursuit. This is more you doing the work. But under here, it's kind of like the unconscious things that you need to keep in mind. And so I just think that the emotions and the sensitivities are going to be really visible this week. And then we have the Page of Wands. So like I said, this is playing into the Four of Swords, where you need to dot your I's and cross your T's. You need to finish up like the final details of whatever it is that you have going on. And that's really going to help you this week. Focus on the details, focus on all of the refining that needs to be done, and let that be the supportive energy for you this week. And that's really going to serve you. Don't underestimate that. It's worthwhile. Even if it feels tedious and slow, don't worry about it. And then we have the Five of Wands. This is some frustration. I'm also getting that this is more of like the more unconscious energy. Not in a bad way, it's just that it's kind of living there, but you might not be able to put your finger on it really. This looks masked a lot by the things that are going on. So again, if you're frustrated with a process right now, that could make you want to get distracted. I'm getting that the Fool and the Ace of Swords, for the majority of you, are going to be distractions. It's going to be shiny object syndrome. It's going to be, you know, trying to challenge you in order to get you to break focus. And so you don't want to simply start that new thing unless you've been contemplating it for quite some time. The friction is just coming from your own evolution, because as you're growing, like with the generative card, it really is going to wake up all of the parts of you that are wanting to get what you want and get it now. This is coming from some impatience. And then what else do we have going? We have the Three of Pentacles. You're building it. You're doing it. You're making it happen. Yes, 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 yes. This is an affirmative card from what I can see, because it's like you have all of this productivity, getting it done, problem solving, even if it's frustrating and tedious. As I said, the work is still paying off. You're still making things happen. Nothing about this week is holding you back. That's not the reality. This is reflecting back to you that all of the things you have going on this week are serving a purpose, and it's helping you build that thing, whatever that thing is. So just let yourself trust that process. If you're taking action, if you're taking steps, if you're paying attention to what your body needs, you can honor what your body needs and continue building things. You can do both. So I know some people would argue with me on that, but I promise you both are possible. And now we're going to do a 3-card pick, so you guys know the drill unless you're new here. So you can ask a question, you can ask for guidance, clarity, support, whatever it is that you need. And just notice whichever one is really calling to you. And here we go. Card number 1. We have the Six of Pentacles. Reciprocity and reciprocation are going to be a big theme for you right now in whatever you're asking about, or just in general this week. So you need to look at, what am I giving compared to what I'm receiving? And if I'm not giving anything and I'm like confused about the fact that things aren't growing, then that's the issue. The same is the opposite. If you're giving a whole bunch and you're becoming resentful because the situation, the person, the whatever isn't reciprocating, that's another issue. You're going to want to pay attention to your energetic allocation. Card number 2, we have the Two of Swords. This is a big fat I don't know, and I don't have permission to see. So that might be the experience that you're having now, or there's a reason why you're not seeing around every single corner. It's kind of like there needs to be some mystery. There needs to be the unknown, even if that's frustrating, because it seems like the highest good for you in this situation is for you to not know, so that you can just do what you're going to do and it doesn't spoil anything. If this were giving you too much information, I'm getting the intuitive hit that you would spoil something for yourself. So leave it alone. I would take more of a hands-off approach with whatever it is that you're asking about, or whatever you're feeling a lot of friction around, or like you need to know. Loosen your grip on that and just do what you're gonna do. Don't worry about needing to read it or have the additional information. This is like blessing you. It's saving you so that you can do the things that are going to be of your highest good, even if you don't know how that's going to happen. Like sometimes, as you know, as the person who's reading, if a blind card comes up, sometimes it's like you don't have permission to know because it's important for you to not know. So just keep that in mind. And card number 3, we have the 9 of Cups, fulfillment, dreams coming true, wishes fulfilled. You can literally make a wish right now if you feel called to. But this is like it's happening. The work is paying off. You're doing it. It's already coming together. You're getting what you have asked for, and you need to trust that you're getting what you've asked for. And if you haven't asked for anything, then you need to ask, because a closed mouth won't get fed, right? Hoping and crossing your fingers is not the same thing as asking. Keep that in mind. Asking, I am calling in X, is very different from coming from a space of lack and frustration and saying, well, these are all the things that I don't have and I'm miserable. That's not asking, that's complaining. So I'm just getting that you want to double down on what you're asking for, get clear on the intention, and know that this week is setting you up for receiving the very thing that you've asked for. So allow yourself to just be in receiving mode this week, and trust is big. Trust that it's working out. Trust you're getting everything that you need. Trust, trust, trust. And that's going to serve you really well. All right, everybody, that is all that I have for you this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I absolutely appreciate you. And we will get back to regular programming now that I have my setup back. So thank you so much, and don't forget, sign up for my newsletter. I have a lot of good stuff coming, and I would recommend that you join that so that you can stay on top of everything. And I will be offering a la carte clearings here in the next couple weeks. So the newsletter is where you will get first dibs on everything. And if you need extra support, don't be afraid to put yourself on the books. I can get you all tuned up energetically, work on your chakra system, do some reading for you if you need it, and we can just make a lot of good things happen. So that's all that I have for now, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.